I'm Emma. Today I have an English listening practice for you so that you can test your English listening skills and learn some new vocabulary relating to traveling and making a long journey. You'll get to listen to Kat, one of our incredible coaches inside the Hey Lady community, as she explains why she's on a boat and where she's going. She uses some amazing idioms and phrases and expressions that you can use when you're talking about a trip that you're planning. You'll practice your English listening skills in two ways. First, you'll be listening for specific information, and then you'll be listening for gist to see if you understood the general meaning. We have made you a PDF worksheet that you can download for free and use it to complete this lesson. There's space for you to write your answers, plus the word list with definitions and examples. And we've included some extra practice activities to help you use the new words that you learn through this lesson and try to embed them in your own active vocabulary. So pause the video and go get that workbook now, or just grab a pen and paper so that you can record your answers as you go. Let me explain how this listening practice will work. As you listen to Kat talking about her transatlantic adventure, you'll see the transcript up here next to her on the screen. But there will be some words and phrases that are missing. This is your first task today, to fill in the gaps with the missing words that you hear. I'll be back at the end of this video to go through the correct answers with you. Ready? Oh, make sure you turn off the subtitles before you start. Otherwise, you'll see the answers.
Hey everyone, it's me, Kat. I was trying to do an Instagram live, but turns out I don't have any internet, so I'm recording this and then I'll post it later on the blog. But yeah, today's March 15th and you won't guess where I am. It's beautiful. I'm actually on a ship in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. We left New York a few days ago and we're going to arrive in the UK later this week. It's really exciting and I can't believe that we actually are doing this. I never would have expected that I would take like a transatlantic voyage. I'm a little bit afraid. So I want to share a little bit about how we planned it and how we made our decision and also what we're going to do next. So basically, as soon as the borders opened in Europe, we started looking for a way to get there. As some of you know, my partner, he doesn't prefer flying, so he has been taking boats around the world and he was trying to convince me to do this transatlantic crossing with him, and I was super hesitant. You have a lot of open water. I was a little bit afraid of getting seasick. Yeah, I wasn't really keen on it, but he convinced me and we made a compromise by doing a cruise ship, which is again something I never would have thought to do. But we looked online and we found an amazing promotion. It was all inclusive, so the price included your food, accommodation, entertainment, and also obviously the travel, your passage. So we said, okay, let's do it. And yeah, we left and now we're almost there. So basically, to plan for it, I did a lot of research online. I looked at forums from other passengers who have completed this journey, I suppose. They gave a lot of advice and I learned a lot actually. For example, I learned that you can just get these seasickness pills that help you not feel dizzy despite the waves. We've had some pretty big waves. I'll post a video about that later. And the pills worked like a charm. I didn't feel sick at all, just a little bit tired the first few days. I slept a lot actually. I think there's something about like the rocking motion that made me feel sleepy. Yeah, what about you? What do you do to research before you go on a trip? I really think that reviews are the best because it gives you like a first-hand experience and you know you can trust what they say. So yeah, it's been really fun. You know, despite that there's no internet and that you're kind of stuck on this ship, they have a lot of onboard entertainment like music and dancing. I even had to get a new suitcase to pack so many formal dresses because there's a dress code at dinner, which is really crazy because I'm so used to backpacking and roughing it. So I feel like I've gone from like one style of traveling to another. But despite all of this, I can't wait to be on solid ground again. We're landing in the UK and then we get to start our journey through Europe, which we've been looking forward to for several years now. We've pre-booked a few places. We've also booked some train tickets in advance because it helps you to save on money, as long as you can exchange it later in case your plans change. And they do change, right? I think that we might have to play some of it by ear. And then lastly, when it comes to travel advice when you're planning your journey, I would say the most important thing is to be flexible and open-minded. It just makes the whole experience better, because when things go wrong or when they don't go according to plan, as they inevitably do, it means that you can take it in stride and just move on to the next step and see it as a different adventure. So yeah. Anyway, it's easy for me to say as I'm safe on this ship, but I know when we land in a few days, we will disembark and then a new adventure will begin. So I'm really excited and I can't wait to post more about it, and I'll see everybody soon. Okay, till next time. Bye.
How did you go? I'll give you the correct answers in a minute, but now I want to test how well you understood Kat. So this is the second part to your listening practice today. We'll practice listening for gist, listening for the general meaning to make sure that you've understood the information accurately. If you'd like to go back and listen one more time before you answer the comprehension questions, you can go to this timestamp. But if you're ready, I have 4 questions that will appear up on screen now, and you'll need to pause after each question to write down your answer before moving on to the next one. Once you've written down your answers, I'll share all of the correct answers with you at the end so that you can check how you did. All right? At first, how did Kat feel about sailing across the ocean? Was Kat unhappy about the cost of the cruise ship? Why or why not? What useful piece of advice did Kat find on the forum? What advice does Kat share at the end of her video? Okay, well done for completing both of those activities to practice your listening skills. Are you ready to hear the answers? Make sure you keep track of your results so you can share them down in the comments below.
That I would take like a transatlantic voyage as soon as the borders opened in Europe. And he was trying to convince me to do it with me, and we made a compromise by doing a cruise ship. And we found an amazing promotion. It was all inclusive, so obviously the travel, your passage. I looked at forums from other passengers and the pills worked like a charm. I didn't feel sick at all, just a little bit. I think there's something about like the rocking motion that made me feel sleepy, because it gives you like a first-hand experience and you know you can trust what they say. To pack so many formal dresses because there's a dress code at dinner. Crazy because I'm so used to backpacking and roughing it. We've pre-booked a few places. We've also booked some train tickets in advance because as long as you can exchange it later in case. I think that we might have to play some of it by ear. I would say the most important thing is to be flexible and open-minded. When they don't go according to plan, as they inevitably do, days we will disembark and then a new adventure will begin.
And now the comprehension answers. Let's see how you did. Kat said it was exciting, but she couldn't believe she was doing it. She never thought that she'd take a cruise across the Atlantic. She actually felt a bit afraid. No, Kat was happy about the cost of the cruise. They found a promotion online, so she must have got a good price. And because it was all-inclusive, it included the food, accommodation, entertainment, and also the passage across the ocean. On the forums, Kat learned about seasickness pills that helped her to avoid feeling sick. Kat's advice when traveling is to be flexible because things don't always go to plan. So how did you go? Which words were new or difficult for you to hear? I want you to let me know down in the comments. If you haven't already downloaded the workbook, you'll find the definitions and activities to help you keep practicing those new words you picked up during today's lesson. The link to get it is just down in the description below. And if you want to keep listening to Kat talking about her adventures traveling, I've actually got another video for you, one that I shared over on the English YouTube channel, and you'll see it on the very next screen. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.